Anghami. More than 30 million Arabic and international songs that fit all your moods and activities. Play your favorite music at the best audio quality or opt for saving your data consumption. You can also pick your favorite artists to enjoy their songs in one place.
Today's project will be about Anghami. My colleagues and I will be discussing the brief history about Anghami, the company information relevant to the specific market, micro and macro environments of the company, internationalization strategy and stage, mode of entry into foreign markets, structure of the company in the examined market, decision-making, control policies, focused lean and approach, human resources, organizational behavior, overall assessment of the organization, recommendations, and lastly, references. Brief history of the company. Anghami is the leading Arabic and international music, podcast, and entertainment platform in the Middle East and North Africa area. It is also the most well-known and fastest-growing music technology platform in the world. It offers the resources for anybody to produce, create, and share their voice with the world thanks to its large ecosystem of music, podcasts, events, and more. It is the first MENA music streaming portal. It has the largest collection and it's accessible to 75 million registered users, has its headquarters in Abu Dhabi, also has offices in Beirut, Dubai, Cairo, and Riyadh, and conducts business in 16 MENA nations, is the only service that is offered in English, Arabic, and French, and maintains a tight relationship with its client base. Company information relevant to the specific market. Anghami had the biggest contribution to the region. When we started in 2011, the biggest thing that we contributed to the region and to everybody that came afterwards was education, says Habib. We taught people what streaming is. The surrounding area and its cultural peculiarities are well understood by Habib's firm, as he describes below. Along with collaborations with 29 mobile providers and a significant network confidence that it won't be ceding its dominant market share in the Middle East anytime soon. The company's tagline is, "It's not just about introducing a service, it's about giving people the opportunity to taste it, test it out, and then decide whether to use it." At the moment, Anghami directly connected to 28 mobile providers operating throughout the Middle East. They do not employ aggregators. This greatly enhances our ability to stand out from the competition and to provide user services. Micro and macro environments of the company. To the analysis, political, Anghami at first rely on funds to pay its costs. However, later, wherever the customer goes, they should be able to purchase a subscription through a mobile operator. Anghami offers this feature on 29 MENA mobile networks, allowing for day, weekly, or monthly subscriptions. Additionally, the area where Anghami hails from is not underdeveloped, but there is still a significant room for growth. Also, many implications come from the Middle East system, where they limit posting any unethical music video or song. Furthermore, another issue Anghami had to tackle was copyright. Economic, Anghami has experienced financial loss from its start, just like Spotify. However, during the previous 4 years, 2017 till 2020, the firm has been on a terrific trajectory as it greatly improved unit economics, nearly tripling revenues, mostly through new premium subscribers, increasing gross profit by 400%, and reducing EBITDA losses by 97%. On, on $31 million in sales, the firm just lost $200,000 in 2020. Social, Anghami made many social relations. For example, a SPAC agreement was done by Anghami, which is based on combining with a private firm so that it becomes a publicly listed corporation. This business also entered a contract with Nielsen because we want to ensure that the data that emanates from Anghami is accurate and has been verified by a third party, in addition to providing ads on billboards, TVs, and other facilities. Technological, the co-founders of Anghami have taken an active attitude in their efforts to inform customers, artists, and labels about streaming and digital revenue. Habib and Maroon, who were employed by another IT business in the mobile operator sector in 2010, funded $1 million and released Anghami for iOS and Android on December 30, 2011. The foundation of Anghami was to debut on mobile devices to gain scale while also making sure that the artists would be treated fairly. Anghami didn't only provide the audio of each song, but they make sure to post its music video and lyrics. Environmental. Anghami faced many competitors in its markets such as Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, and even YouTube, which is a more important competitor than others. But Anghami is always coming up with new features and ideas to attract more and more users and remain as one of the most important music applications. Lastly, the legal one. The firm has effectively brought the idea of a legal music service to an area that is still severely affected by music piracy by keeping a laser-like focus on NENA. In the Middle East, there are several legal ramifications, though. For instance, the firm put a lot of effort into obtaining licensing to share foreign content because many labels choose not to do so by default.
Internationalization strategy and stage. Few software firms have had as significant an impact on regional culture as Anghami, founded in Lebanon. At the time of the platform's debut in 2011, iTunes wasn't offered in Lebanon yet. The company has effectively brought the idea of a legal music service to an area that is still severely affected by music piracy by keeping a laser-like focus on MENA. The main emphasis was intended to be on the Middle East. They put a lot of effort into approaching labels, both domestic and foreign, about launching a streaming service. Next, please. Modes of entry into foreign markets. Building on its strong footprint, its partnership with artists and telco providers, and its data, Anghami aspires to triple its user base by 2023 throughout reinforcing its position in existing markets and expanding into new geographies. Nearly double its share of paid subscribers from 17.5% today to 30% in 2023, while increasing ad revenues by fivefold through improved targeting. Structure of the company in the examined market. Anghami is the leading digital music entertainment technology platform in the Middle East and North Africa, with the largest catalog comprising of more than 57 million songs available for more than 70 million users. When its launched in 2012, Anghami was the first music streaming platform in Middle East and North Africa, and in digitizing the region's music, it has become the best-known and best-loved brand in music streaming in MENA. Today, Anghami features licensed content from leading Arabic labels, independent artists, and distributors. Anghami also features music from the major international labels such as Universal, Sony, Warner, and is continuously licensing new content.
Decision making. Sharb al-Khadra, 2016 hired at Anghami, claims that the organization switched the workload from a single, more than 5-year-old account to a multi-account arrangement, where each team has its own private account. They entered the difficult decision with the following goals in mind. Put more order within the infrastructure. Giving each team a private account was no doubt a step in this direction. Align with Amazon Web Services guidelines. Increase security within the growing infrastructure of the company. They chose to exclusively use centralized billing because they didn't know what to accept along the way and didn't want to cause the project any additional delays. They later verified this choice once the project was operational. They didn't really benefit from turning on all the capabilities the Amazon Web Services had set up. Only centralized billing worked effectively for their team structure and workflow. Control policies. Each team has its own account, subnets, security groups, and other resources. This is a distinct pool of users, policies, and roles for each team. They were able to manage their resources to the fullest extent possible without hurting other teams or the production workload. Giving each team complete power over their own private was a was a bit unexpected, but yes, It caused them to become more concerned with their cost management and budgeting tactics. Focused and lean approach. By placing sustainable development strategy and upholding a lean structure, Anghami built a road toward profitability. Geographical expansion, the introduction of a new product, and managing a public, publicly traded company can all result in excessive costs. The executive team should continue operating in the same manner as before, with a lean structure and a highly tactical approach to their technological and product bets. The best strategy is still to be focused and economical. Above all, Anghami will require a lot of money in the future to support growth marketing, product innovation, and content production.
Okay, so human resources. Angami's mission is to give millions of people across the world access to legally stream music. Music artists actually receive 50% of streaming revenue on their songs, which is a lot higher than other streaming sites give. Angami was also the first Arab tech company to be listed on the Nasdaq, and they strive to promote Middle Eastern music and culture across the world. So Angami is backed by many Middle Eastern private equity firms. Their headquarters are in Abu Dhabi, but they have employees across the world and across the Middle East. They foster a community of support and outreach, and employees are encouraged to ask for help whenever they need it. So overall assessment of the organization. Overall, Angami is a well-run organization with a very bright future. They have shown consistent growth since they were founded in 2012. They have been very strong in the Middle East, North Africa region and are slowly expanding into other regions. They deliver a quality experience to the user, and they have a really good relationship with their artists. So overall, I think it's a very good organization, and I think it's going to go far. All right, so my recommendations. So I do have a few recommendations for the company. My number one recommendation is that they should form partnerships with other companies. I think that could really help expand their growth. One example, they could partner with like social media companies, like maybe Facebook or something, to try to promote their brand across different platforms so people can share what they're listening to. I think they could also partner with countries in other regions, such as European, Asian, and American companies, and that could help them try to expand to those regions. My second recommendation is building on that, they should expand into other regions. They have shown great success in the Middle East, North Africa region, but they could try to move into other continents. They could do this through partnerships, but also through investments into other media, such as film and television. My third recommendation is Angami should consider adding social media features to their app. This could be such as like music sharing or messages and joint playlists among friends and just more advanced profiles that could help foster a community among the listeners. They could also follow the Spotify model and have personalized playlists for the user. My fourth recommendation is celebrity endorsements. It could help expand Angami's growth. They can make exclusive deals with music artists who only have their music on Angami, which has been done before with other companies. The endorsements can also help expand their company into other regions through partnership with European or Asian artists. And endorsements with Middle Eastern artists can help spread Middle Eastern music and culture worldwide.
The references for the article can be found below. Thank you.